on a fight is in itself exciting and thrilling, but to be able to do it on Veterans Day and to be able to time and time again get 12,683 people, largest crowd in the history of this great venue, largest crowd in the history of Missouri for MMA. I'm speechless. I'm blown away. But it was all about the veterans tonight, and there were so many of those goosebump moments over and over and over. There's great action inside the ring. I mean, you couldn't have scripted a few of those. Ray Grindstaff, the Gator, beating JW Wright. I mean, you could have got anybody in Vegas to give you 20-to-1 odds on JW winning that fight, you know. And I told everybody not to count out the Gator. I mean, I said it time and time again. But again, just back to what tonight was all about. The Missouri National Guard, to have Lieutenant Colonel Bill Donis here from the National Guard Bureau, and to be able to put on this kind of a show, it's a credit to teamwork more than anything. I mean, at the end of the day, I get to do these fun interviews and my face is kind of on this, but it's all about our team. My brother Michael, his wife Jeannie, my wife Jessica, our partner Jay Walker, his wife Jenica, Tommy Leeper, Melanie Leeper, Dave Wood, and Gidget Wood. That group of people, along with Steve Brown and all of the rest of the team, put on a production like this in our own backyard on 30 days notice. My hat's off to those guys, and again, to be able to do it on Veterans Day, just blown away.
I mean, other than, like, you know, the first batch of fights, you know, ending quickly, I mean, you guys having to adjust a little bit on the fly, pretty much a seamless night, it seemed. And
that's a credit again. Our new team, we had Dave Davis, who did a phenomenal job and has a career with Fight Me MMA forever. Great ring announcer. Steve Brown was our director tonight, flawless. Never had done that job in his life, flawless. D to the C rocking it out up here on the DJ stand, flawless. Chip and everybody at Logic Systems, the sound and the light, everything just worked perfectly. And it's just what I preach to my kids, man. It's getting up early in the morning, working long days, and putting in the effort. And it's easy for us to be able to come out here and do this when we've got soldiers fighting in 120 degrees in the middle of nowhere in some desert, so that we can have a good time like this, you know. And hopefully tonight, the bigger message, how many people were impacted by the veterans being here celebrating Veterans Day, and how many of the young men and women that were in this audience tonight that are into combatives and into fighting and kind of into that whole, are going to go into their local recruiter's office right here in St. Peter's in the next day, 2 days, 3 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, and become the future citizen soldiers of this country. That's what our mission was here tonight. I don't have any way to gauge how successful that was, but based on the response, based on the lead generation that we did back here, as far as getting people who were literally excited about learning more about the National Guard, that was our mission coming in here tonight. That was our primary goal, and mission accomplished.
Opening ceremonies was pretty special, you know, and just kind of touch on that.
You know, it's again, it's just back to the idea that we can do this Veterans Day. I would say this is going to become a regular occurrence for us. I would love to come here Veterans Day year after year after year and be able to put on a show like this. Certainly, they're going into it, we were hearing, well, you know, it's Friday, people work. Look, we couldn't have put anybody else in the building, basically. You know, the parking lots were full. But to be able to do that for the veterans and to be able to recognize and just to be able to hear the people respond the way that they do. And you know, I can do it over the top a little bit, but I don't think you could pay respect to people who sacrifice, literally put their life on the line in the most courageous way. I'm just blown away, absolutely blown away. And now as we sit here and it's sort of the calm after the storm, just so eternally thankful that I was able to sit here with 12,683 of our closest friends in our hometown and pay respect to the men and women, the Missouri National Guard, the National Guard, and all the servicemen and women across the country. Some, as the song says, all gave some gave all. And there were lots of people that came up to me after the fight that were saying, I'm a veteran, or my grandfather was a veteran, or I lost my husband in Vietnam. I appreciate so much what you did here tonight. It's really not about, I guess the benefit is we made some fans for Fight Me. But man, when you hear that stuff from those folks, it literally will bring a tear to your eye. And for us, as we go forward, our mission's singular. MMA is the fastest growing sport in the world. We have a goal of positioning ourselves is one of the top MMA organizations in the world. In order to do that, we have to have great partners. And again, I don't want to sound like you know, I'm overly beating the drum, as they say, but the Missouri National Guard, the National Guard period, our mission is to put soldiers in boots and to put recruits, potential soldiers in their offices. So I think from that standpoint, again, mission accomplished. And as we go forward and we take this show around the country, our goal is singular: to recruit the future citizen soldiers of our great nation, so that on Veterans Day 10, 15 years from now, we're celebrating them. The kids that were here tonight, with the conflicts that there are in the world, we could have had 200 future veterans here tonight, 300, 500, who knows what the number is. So again, mission accomplished.
And you mentioned the you know, last fight of the night, the main event. Any other fights tonight to kind of?
You know, there were several. The Mike King Colby Tierney fight. It was back and forth. Fight of the night. It was chosen fight of the night. I think it's too bad that the Black Spartan Rashid Abdullah and the Sal Woods fight went the way that it did. I know the Black Spartan well. He had no ill intent there. It was just one of those things. I mean, when you're trying to keep your guy at distance and you can use those inside leg kicks to do that, it's part of the game. But I know that guy, he wouldn't do anything dirty like that. So, so many fights. Justin Lawrence getting the crowd. I mean, it was so, Zach Freeman, there was so much energy in this building during some of those fights. And you know what? Out of 10 fights, the first ones went by pretty quick, but as we got into the later fights and those 3 main events, I thought they were great. I hated, again, for Ed the Smashing Machine Smith, I hated that he lost to the Hawaiian Stallion in that fashion, but maybe they get it on again. At the very least, we know going into Friday the 13th in January, when we get back here at the Family Arena and do it again, we're going to have one heck of a co-main event when Sal Woods gets another shot at the Black Spartans. So hopefully there won't be any of the low kicks, and Sal Woods can show what he's got, but I can promise you they're both going to come back hungry. They're great fighters. So, KnuckleJunkies.com.